Very good morning, children. I am your SSS sir. Here we go with the 6th volume of the chapter Internal Reconstruction. So you can consider question number 14 till the 13th question I have taken in the last volume. So we look into the 14th question. The balance sheet of X Limited on 31/12/2005 is given. Authorized capital is given, which you can take separately when you are preparing note number 1 regarding share capital. Coming back here, other things, issued share capital is there. So 2000 shares of rupees 100 each, fully paid. So this is the equity shares alone, and 205% debentures of 1000 each are there. So two liabilities there: creditors, BP and BOD. Then on asset side, these three assets you have to compulsorily write off. One is the profit and loss account, primary expenses and goodwill. These three should not appear in the balance sheet unless otherwise given in the problem. So we always consider these as worthless. It should be written off completely. Regarding other fixed assets, we shall see how it is being reduced as per the adjustments. The paid up value of each share to be reduced to rupees 50 each. It is being reduced to 50 each. What is the paid up value? Earlier it was 100 rupees. Now it is being reduced to 50. So what is the amount foregone thereby? It is 50 rupees. So balance 50 rupees ಅವರು surrender ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು capital reduction account ತಗೋಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. That should be taken to the capital reduction account. 5% debentures to be converted into 100 7.5% debentures of 1000 each. See this? Earlier it was 200 debentures. Now they are being converted into 100 debentures alone. Rate is varying. It is 7.5%. But apart from that, the debenture value remains the same. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ಅರ್ಧಕ್ಕರ್ಧ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಯ್ತು. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 200 ಇತ್ತು, ಈಗ 100 ಡಿಬೆಂಚರ್ಸ್ ಆಗೋಯ್ತು. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಬಂದು 2 lakhs ಇರೋದು ಈಗ 1 lakh ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಆ 1 lakh ಏನ್ ಫೋರ್ಗೋನ್ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ನ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಗೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಸೆಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ revalued as under. Be careful. It is revalued as under ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. So these are the values to be taken in the balance sheet then. ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಹೋಗುವಂತ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅದು ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಆಫ್. ಈಗ ಸೇ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್, ಸಿ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ಹಿಯರ್ 80,000 is there, but now to be valued at 72,000. What is the difference there by 8,000? 8,000 is the depreciation on buildings. That is how you need to consider, and that should be written off against the capital reduction account. Plant is there. Plant value 1,50,000 is there here. Now to be taken at 1,40,000. So 10,000 to be eliminated out of it. Stock 50,000 is there. Now to be valued at 45,000. So 5,000 rupees is the depreciation on it. Debtors subject to RBD 2,500. This RBD take separately. You can deduct under note number. Under trade receivables. There itself you can adjust this. Next, creditors agreed to forego 1/4 of the amount due to them in return for shares to the balance. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟರ್ಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಸೆಟಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ 50,000. ಈಗ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 1/4 they are ignoring. They are foregoing otherwise. That will be transferred to capital reduction account, and the balance 3/4, for that an equivalent amount of shares will be issued. So give the necessary journal entries and prepare the reconstructed balance sheet. Now we can assume for this one entry, that is entry number 2, and this is entry number 3. Then you can consider for this as entry number 4. Okay. Be careful with RBD, how to adjust that I'll let you know. Okay. Now you can concentrate and you can take up all the other values. So totally 4 entries will be getting. Take the first entry as usual, starting with the equity share capital account. There's the old 2 lakhs whatever is given here. You can take the 2 lakhs, and that amount of 2 lakhs is 2,000 shares into 100 each. So that gives you 2 lakhs. give a credit to the new equity shares. It is being reduced to 50 each. So same number of shares, 2000 shares into 50 each. So that gives you 1 lakh. Next, the balance amount, whatever is being foregone, will be transferred to capital reduction account, and that is 1 lakh worth. So entry number 1 is over. Coming to this one, 5% debentures to be converted into 100, 7.5% debentures of rupees 1000 each. So take for that is the second entry. Debentures, 5% debentures upon debit, give a credit to new debentures, that is 7.5% debentures. Only 100 debentures ಅಷ್ಟೇ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, 100 debentures into 1000 each. So ಇನ್ನು balance 1 lakh ಅದು capital reduction account ಗೆ transfer ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Next, entry number 3 for creditors. So creditors account debit, this entire creditors is there, 50,000. So that you take in the debit column. Okay, and how much is foregone by them? See, it is given 1/4 of the amount is foregone. That will be transferred to capital reduction account. So to capital reduction account, 50,000 into 1/4, 12,500. Okay, and still the balance, for the balance, it is being settled in the form of equity shares. So equity share capital account, that is 37,500. Now come to the reduction part. Okay, so for this you can take capital reduction account debit. See the amount of capital reduction account how to take up. In the first entry 1 lakh, second entry 1 lakh, and third entry 12,500. So all these three you can take together. It is 2,12,500. And now give a credit to all these assets which have to be written off. So there is an RBD also. Don't write debtors. Instead you write RBD. So all the values you can take, still the balance transfer to capital reserve account. Okay. I told you about that. The difference only you have to take regarding these assets. Whatever given there, the differences alone you take. Okay, because these are the values to be taken in the balance sheet. So this amount and this amount, say 80,000 buildings minus 72,000. So balance you are getting 8,000. That is how to be taken there. So if all you require, you can consider like this. You can write that also. That is the differences. So you can pause down and complete the journal entries. Next we shall go for a balance sheet. So next you can take the balance sheet. You change the date here in the balance sheet. Let me just in the column. Make it as 31/3/2021. Here, please change in the question itself the date 31/3/21. And even in the previous two problems also you can change the date 31/3/21 so that the balance sheet date remains 1/4/21. Complete the format first as the regular. You can pause it down and complete the format of the balance sheet. Next you can go for those two. Note number 1, that is the share capital. Authorized capital, as it was given earlier in the column, there is a authorized capital of 6,000 shares into 100 each. That gives you 6 lakhs. So you have to take that 6 lakhs first, close thereby. Then issued, called up and paid up. You can find here in the journal entries wherever the new equity share capital is there. Credit madronta. Illu ondu credit ide equity share capital. And here also there is a credit to equity share capital. So these two amounts should be taken. Illi credit madrod madra tagolli. So illi 1 lakh. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ credit note 37,500. 1,37,500 should be taken. That is what is being taken here. Only the two amounts which is being credited. That is a new one. Okay. Next, you can take the other note, note number 2. Note number 2 about the tangible assets. Land and buildings. Our data kutrodrinda adane barkobodu. Aita. That is the 72,000. That is amount being given here. Aita. Building 72, plant 1,40,000. What is given in the balance sheet? I mean, it is adjustments. This is what I said. Revalued anta kottaga as it is the amounts to be taken. Okay. So these are the values to be taken. Fixed assets. In a ಬೇರೆ stock you can take 45,000. Debtors minus ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ RPD. ಆಯ್ತಾ. So you can take the same amounts now. So those two only fixed assets are there. So that gives you 2,12,000. Now you can go for entering the values here. Share capital as we have got, it is 1,37,500. And under reserves and surplus, you should not forget to take up this. There is a capital reserve. Always remember that. Whenever there is a capital reserve, the difference that will appear in the reserves and surplus. So you can take that, the capital reserve, 12,500. Then long-term borrowings. Now, the debentures, old debentures are replaced by the new debentures. So, new debentures are 7.5% debentures worth 1 lakh. So, this should be taken, 7.5% debentures. So, that gives you 1 lakh. And short-term borrowings, of course, as it was given in the balance sheet, bank overdraft, 45,000 is there, POD, enter that, no change is there. BP, 5,000. Creditors will not come here. Remember that. Ekandre creditors are totally settled. Sundry creditors you can see. Alli debit agbitide. Complete debit agbitide. Debit adaga adu deduct agide anta artha. As to know, it is being settled by issue of equity shares. Okay. So, need not to take the creditors under trade payables. Only BP. And short term loans are not there. Provisions. So enter the fixed assets. Fixed assets 2,12,000 as we have calculated. Then other non-current investments and other non-current assets are nil. Current investments are also nil. But inventory you have to take how much? Yes, 45,000 to be taken because as given there, that is the amount to be taken. And trade receivables 45,000, 43,000 is there minus the 2,500. What is the 2,500? Is the RBD which is given. So balance you are getting 40,500. And cash equivalents as given there 2,500. And no more of the amounts. So find the totals. So totals you are getting 3 lakhs. Okay. Well, you can pause down and write down first the note 1 as well as note 2. And then you can write down these amounts. Well, consider next question. Question number 16. I mean to say 15. It was given in May 2016 as per your syllabus also. There is a preference shares, equity shares, debentures are there, current liabilities and provision for taxation. In this, you should be careful about the creditors as well as tax liabilities being settled at 4 lakhs. Actually, 3 lakhs ಇದೆ. But ಅದನ್ನ ಇನ್ನು ಜಾಸ್ತಿಗೆ ಸೆಟಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, 4 lakhs ಗೆ ಸೆಟಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. So 1 lakh increase ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಸಹಿತ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ನೌ credited to capital reduction account because there is a, I mean, it is a debited to capital reduction account because there is a increase in the liability. Liability increase ಆದಾಗ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, capital reduction account ಗೆ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಅದೇ if there is a decrease in the liability, what we do, we always credit. Okay, that you are aware. I'll come back to that later. assets side only two assets are given, fixed assets and current assets. Of course, profit and loss account should be completely erased. It should be written off. Now, given fixed assets are to be written down by 33 1/3%. I have been telling you by anta kottaga same amount should be completely erased. So balance ಏನಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ 67.66% ಅದು ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತೋರಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗ 33 1/3% is being erased ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. Current assets are to be revalued at, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು, it is being revalued at 27 lakhs. So 35 lakhs minus 27 lakhs, the balance 8 lakhs is the amount being foregone. So that will be credited to capital reduction, debited to capital reduction account. ಅದು erase ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಡಿಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. Preference shareholders decided to forego their arrears of dividends which are in arrears for 3 years. See, if this arrears are given in the balance sheet, is it given in the balance sheet? It is not given in the balance sheet and given only in the adjustments. So any amount of arrears given outside the balance sheet and if it is being foregone, it will not be considered. It should be now considered as if, so if any arrears given in the adjustments and if that is being foregone, will not be considered as a separate entry. You need not to pass separate entry for this. That is the meaning. The tax liability is to be settled at 4 lakhs. Actually 3 lakhs ಇದೆ, ಅದನ್ನ 1 lakh ಈಗ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಲಯಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಅದರ್ವೈಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಡೆಬಿಟೆಡ್ ಟು ದ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್. ಬಿ ಕೇರ್ಫುಲ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಒನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಅನ್ಯೂಶುವಲ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ನಮಗೆ ಬರೀ ಅಸೆಟ್ಸ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗೋದು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು, ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ಬಟ್ ಲಯಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿಲಿ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. One of the creditors of the company to whom the company owes 25 lakhs decided to forego 50% of his claim. See this? 25 ಈಗ creditors which is included in the current liabilities we have to assume because separate creditors ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ 39 lakhs ಅಲ್ಲಿ 25 lakhs worth ಅಲ್ಲಿ half amount forego ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. 25 lakhs is included in this 39 lakhs. Now out of this 25 lakhs, how much is foregone? 50% is foregone. Okay, that will be taken to capital reduction account. And is allotted 1 lakh equity shares of ₹5 each as part settlement of the balance. ಈಗ ನೋಡಿದು 25 lakhs half amount ಹೋಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನು ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿರುತ್ತೆ? 12,50,000 ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ 12,50,000 ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಯಾರಿಗೆ? ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟರ್ಸ್ಗೆ. ಬಟ್ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದಾರೆ? 1 lakh ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಸೆಟಲ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ equity shares. So 1 lakh equity shares into 5, that gives you 5 lakhs. So 12.5 only. If 5 lakhs is being deducted, more 7,50,000 will be there. That is the amount to be considered as creditors. That will be there along with the other amounts of 39 lakhs. And how to calculate that part, I'll let you know. The rate of interest on debentures is increased to 11%. Because debentures earlier it was 8%, now it is being increased to 11%. So that is a change. And the debenture holders surrender their existing shares of ₹100 each and exchange the same for 75 each. So there also 25 is foregone. 25 rupees is foregone thereby. So that will be credited to capital reduction account. All existing equity shares are reduced to ₹5 each. So ಈಗೇನಿದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಯ್ತಾ 10 rupees shares it is being reduced to 5 each. Remaining 5 rupees is foregone ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. Then all preference shares are reduced to 75 each. So it is 100 rupees earlier. Now it is being reduced to 75. So therefore 25 rupees is foregone by them, which will be credited to capital reduction account. ಈಗ ಎಷ್ಟು ಎಂಟ್ರೀಸ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕು? That's a question. ಇದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಎಂಟ್ರಿ, ಇದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಎಂಟ್ರಿ, 2 ಎಂಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಎಂಟ್ರಿ, 3 ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಆಯ್ತು. ಇದಕ್ಕೊಂದು 4 ಎಂಟ್ರಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ ಸೇರಿಸಿ 1 ಎಂಟ್ರಿ, ಅದು 5th ಎಂಟ್ರಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಟೋಟಲಿ 5 ಎಂಟ್ರೀಸ್. ಇವೆಲ್ಲನೂ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್. I mean to say it's a charge against the capital reduction account. Therefore, you have to take only in the last entry. But for this, individually, you have to take separately each and every entry. Alright. So start with the first entry. Equity share capital account debit. and give a credit to the new equity share capital. It is 70,000 shares into 5 each. That is what is given here. It is being reduced to 5 each. So that gives you 3,50,000. The balance 3,50,000 is being transferred to capital reduction account. Then you go for a preference shares. The old preference shares given here, 13% cumulative preference shares are there. Give a credit to. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಶೇರ್ಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಅದನ್ನ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಬರೀ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಕೊಡ್ತೇನೆ 1 lakh. ಬಟ್ 1 lakh by 100 ಈಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ 1000 ಶೇರ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, these shares are being reduced to 75 each ಅಂತ. Therefore you take that 1000 shares into 75 each. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ ಈಗ. Number of shares we know now. Same 1000 shares into 75 each. So that gives you 75,000. In the balance 25,000 is being foregone, will be transferred to capital reduction account. Then go for a other entry for debentures. Old debentures you take 3 lakhs. Give a credit to 11% debentures upon this is a new one. And how to take for that you can find ಇಲ್ಲಿ number of debentures ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, it is being reduced 100 rupees 100 each is being reduced to 75. Here also same way what we are doing. First you take that 3 lakhs divided by 100, you will get the number of debentures there. So 3,000 debentures you will be getting. Again that 3,000 debentures into 75. So thereby you are getting 2,25,000 and the balance amount transferred to capital reduction account. Okay. ಇದು ಪರ್ಪಸ್ ಏನು ಹಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು ಏನಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಅಂದ್ರೆ to get the actual number of debentures ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Once you get the debentures again multiply. Here how we have done, you can see 1 lakh by 100. So you will get number of shares, and 3 lakhs by 100 you will get the number of debentures. Multiply with the new value. Then you go for a creditas. So creditas account debit, that is to 17,50,000. How you are getting this amount I'll let you know. First you take only in the credit column, then you can take in the debit column. Give a credit to capital reduction account. How you take capital reduction account? 25 lakhs into half. That is the amount foregone will be transferred to capital reduction account. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನಲ್ಲ 25 lakhs ಅಲ್ಲಿ half amount is foregone, 50% is foregone. So that amount is transferred to capital reduction account. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ 1 lakh shares of rupees 5 each. So number of shares 1 lakh shares of rupees 5 each. 5 lakhs worth of equity shares are being given. That is also a new equity share capital. So these are the two amounts to be taken. So these two total together 12,50,000 and 5 lakhs 17,50,000. That is the total amount. Now you go for a last entry, fifth entry. So here you can see there is equity, capital reduction account 12,50,000 is there. Here 75,000 and here 25,000. In the first entry 3,50,000. ಇವೆಲ್ಲನೂ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಕಾಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. So capital reduction account, you can add up all these four amounts in the four entries above. So that gives you 17 lakhs. And give a credit to profit and loss account. Completely should be erased. It is 3 lakhs profit and loss account. So erase that. To fixed assets, in this 33 1/3%. 33 1/3% is nothing but 1/3 only. At 1/3 you can directly take. Yadr mele 15 lakhs into 1/3. So 15 lakhs into 1/3, that gives you 5 lakhs. Right? Current assets. Current assets only the difference. That is 35 lakhs minus 27 lakhs. You are getting 8 lakhs. Next, you go for a tax provision. This is a special thing which I told you. Okay. 1 lakh increase is there. So a 1 lakh na navu ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. But debit capital reduction account and give a credit to tax provision. I've been telling you any increase in the liabilities always is being credited. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟರ್ಸ್ ನ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಯಾಕೆ? ಟು ದಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನ್ಯೂ ಡಿಬೆಂಚರ್ಸ್ ನ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ, ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಅದಷ್ಟು ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಡೆಬಿಟೆಡ್, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಬಿಂಗ್ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ಡ್. ವೆನ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್. ಹಾಗೆ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರೊವಿಷನ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಮೌಂಟ್? ಸೊ ದ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ದೇರ್ ಬೈ 1 lakh. Okay. Now you could observe these amounts are exactly equal to the 17 lakhs. Okay. These amounts are exactly equal to 17 lakhs. No difference is there. Okay. So since there is no difference, need not to enter anything there. Well, you go for a balance sheet. You can write down the balance sheet. Short-term provisions, there is a tax provision. That is one special item that you need to write. Take these two as number 1, that is share capital, as well as the fixed assets. You are going to consider mark. So share capital. Here amounts ಇದೆ. The old share capital which is being reduced to new one. Along with that, 5 lakhs being issued to the debenture holders. Sorry, creditors. So you can find in two places that there is a credit to equity share capital. Here there is a credit to equity share capital. This is one. Along with that, there is a credit to equity share capital. Here again, there is also a new capital to be considered. Here new capital so only 5 lakhs ಇದೆ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 3,50,000. So you should be very, very careful every time. Wherever the journal entries are there, you see wherever credit is there, that capital should be added. So two amounts should be added here now, 3,50,000 and 5 lakhs. But preference shares will be there. That is a new preference shares here. You can see in the second entry. So preference shares 75,000 is there. That is being taken. So together it is 9,25,000. And when it comes to note number 2, fixed assets 15 lakhs minus 5 lakhs, whichever is being written off. So balance 10 lakhs. Adu 2/3 is 1/3 is written off. Okay, 33 1/3% is written off. So balance will be there. That is 10 lakhs. Now you can go ahead with the other part. You can complete. So 9,25,000 is the capital. Then there is a debentures, new debentures, 11% debentures. 2,25,000 is a new debentures. So that should be taken. 2,25,000. Reserves and surplus amount illa. Short-term bonds is not there. Trade payables in this 13 lakhs already how much is written off? It is 17,50,000. Creditors were 17,50,000 has gone away. So it is being reduced. So take the balance 39 lakhs minus 17,50,000, which is 4 gone. So balance is there 21,50,000. Next, capital, tax provision is 4 lakhs. How you are getting this 4 lakhs? That you should have to understand. Here earlier there is 3 lakhs. Now increase is there. That is being added 1 lakh together. That is a 4 lakhs, and it is very clearly given. It's a liability. Tax liability should be settled at 4 lakhs. To be settled ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಇನ್ನು ಸೆಟಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. To be settled ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನು ಮುಂದೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. Okay. Is settled ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ different. Okay. To be settled here it is. So 4 lakhs will be there as it is in the new balance sheet then. Coming to the fixed assets as calculations, only 1/3 is being taken. That gives you 10 lakhs. Then current very current assets get all direct. You can see I'm not taking against any of the assets here because given directly current assets, you take for current assets only 27 lakhs after reducing whatever the amount being forward. So say that totals is 37 lakhs. Okay, then pause it down, write down. Then note the entries. Well, the next we shall see in the balance. Balance we shall see in the next one. Thank you.